There's a final stage that you're going to come. In the audit report, you're going to give confidence to the shareholders.
For 25. But B has found this same tire. Listen, B has
investment, no? Right. From that investment, you have to guys first remove this and show. This is somewhat very similar to goodwill. Now guys, can you remember in class?
Now what are they saying? What's the financial consequence of accepting the 2% quantity discount? Right. Now,
so from 1st of June 2012 to the period
gathered during the planning process. A's raw materials and finished good inventory are stored in 12 warehouses. How many?
And finally, we recognize revenue. Now, recognized revenue, we can either satisfy
That's the report that you give to the shareholders. Clear? Now, before getting here, you will need to collect evidence. So, for you to say, look, there is a problem with the financial statements, or no, there is no problem with the financial statements, you need evidence, no, my dear. So, you will have to collect audit evidence. Now, the evidence that you collect has to be good, solid evidence. In other words, your audit evidence has to be sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. Sufficient means enough. You have good quantity evidence. Appropriateness means quality. Where you get your evidence from. Internal evidence is good or external evidence is more reliable? What do you think? Internal or external? Internal or external? I'll answer. External evidence is more reliable. Why external evidence is more reliable? Now let's say you come to PPIM, you're going to audit PPIM. You come to me and you ask the bank balance. I say bank balance is 20,000 rupees. I'm the finance director. I say bank balance is 20,000 rupees.
the outside supplier is willing to sell it to B for 23. Who will B buy from? He will buy from where? He will buy from outside. He will buy it at 23. Let's say A has got the chance to sell this, right, for 25 itself. So company is end of the day getting the 25 revenue, right? And department B is also buying it at a cheaper price. So they are kind of end of the day company is making a gain. So it doesn't matter.
So be like will happen if the company, our company has a good reputation.
Yeah.
The company doesn't have one, but we know it's up to the quality.
Yeah, so we can get it from outside, no problem, right? Division A has the freedom to sell in the open market. Yes. They are both trying to maximize their group divisional profits, right? There is no rift. You have given them autonomy to make their own decisions. So this guy B is also happy now he can buy it at 23 from outside, and the quality is also the same. And you have got your revenue of 25 by selling outside. So there is no problem in profits there, right? There is no problem in profits. You are allowed to make your own decision. This is only situation, guys. This situation is only valid when, listen to this very carefully. This situation is only valid if A can sell this outside. If A can't sell it outside, can you get that revenue of 25? No, because A doesn't have external market. If A doesn't have external market, then A will understand I don't have an external market. That means
No. And that investment answer, I always ask you to remove it from the SOFP. So same like that, when you write down the 8,000 investment in your associate working, from the question paper, investment, you have to remove 8,000. If you don't remove, guys, what will happen? There will be a double count. So first you have to do that. Okay, then guys, what you should do, the post acquisition reserve and your impairment, you have to go and copy this inside working number 4. What is working number 4? Consolidated retained earnings. Okay, now in consolidation lesson, guys, we have now what is working number 1? Group structure. What is working number 2? Net assets of subsidiary. What is working number 3? Goodwill. Then working number 4, we have consolidated retained earning. What you have to do, this 600 and this 200, you have to go and copy it there in working number 4. Copy it as what? Associates post acquisition reserves, associates impairment. Like that, you have to go and copy it there. Very easy. If you add here, you have to add in working number 4 also. If you subtract from here, you have to subtract from working number 4 also. Same thing, guys, when it comes to URP. When there is a URP, what you should do, go and copy this inside working number 4 as a minus answer. That's it. And then, guys, last part, listen carefully. This 8,400, what to do? The final answer, you have to show below goodwill. Now, when you do consolidated SOFP, how does it work? Non-current assets. We have property, plant and equipment. Then we have investment, and then we have goodwill. After
If there is no discount, okay, everybody can understand, everybody knows that the best quantity to order is the EOQ, economic order quantity, in this case 1041 units. Okay, if there is no discount at 1041 units only, your total cost will be minimized, right? But now we have a small complication here, because they are saying if you order 2000 units, I am going to give you a 2% discount. Okay, so now we need to find what's the total cost if I order 2000, what's the total cost if I order that 1041 economic order quantity, and see in case 2000 units gives you a smaller total cost. Repeat that. Usually, EOQ is the quantity that gives you the minimum total cost. But if there is a discount, there is a chance that that quantity at which they are giving me the discount can give me a lower total cost. So if that is the case, then I might opt to order 2000 instead of the EOQ. So we don't have a choice. You have to do each calculation separately. Okay? Right. So let's do this. Total cost. When ordering at the EOQ, which was 1049. Okay? When it comes to
Isn't it? Or you will not. First, you need to understand up until which period you are selling it off. 31st May 2000. No, up until 31st May 2015. During this period, 1/4 of his house is rented. So 1/4 of this house is rented. So you are not living with someone else. You are living in the same house, but you are renting out the 1/4. So which means up until 31st May 2015. 31st May 2015, you are letting out the property. So you need to understand you are letting out 1/4 of it. Okay. So let's calculate the number of months here. Number of months is how much? 31st May 2015 minus 1st of June 2012. 30 days here. So 12, 5 is 17, let again 11. So 3. So 4 years. Isn't it? So this 4 years is how many months into 12? Will be 12 into 4, 36. Isn't it? Of 36 months of occupation, one quarter is 1 over 4 is how much? 3 over 4 is how much? So 1 over 4, 1/4 of 36.
So individual warehouse is important because every warehouse contains what? Material level of inventory. It is expected that there will be no significant work in progress held at any of the site. Shall I tell you one thing? Inventory include raw material, work in progress, finished goods. Normally, if we are in a warehouse, raw material and finished goods should be high proportion. Work in progress should be low proportion. Why? Then only the valuation risk won't arise. You understand what I'm saying? If you keep more work in progress, valuation risk is there because very difficult to value. Yes or no? In the form of flour, you can measure easily. In the form of cake, you can measure easily. In the form of mix, you can't give valuation. You understood what I'm telling you? Okay, therefore, what people will do is that organization, closer to year end, they cease production. Closer to year end, they cease production. So, thereafter raw material will not converted into what? Work in progress. But work in progress will converted into finished good. By that your work in progress composition is very low. That is correct. Right? That's why they cease production. Without telling they cease production, they are telling here no significant work in progress, which means closer to year end, they cease production. Closer to year end, they cease production. Understood?
An obligation at a point in time. It can either be at a point in time or it can be over time. Okay, I am going and purchasing oranges one time at a point in time. I am free. Now I go to a gym also. Now that's my healthcare routine. Now let's say I go to a gym also and I've paid an annual fee there. Now there they can't recognize the entire payment I have made already. That they'll have to amortize based on number of months, by 12 months membership. If I take 24 months membership, they have to, divide by 24 and take accordingly. That is overtime. Right? So what are the indicators that indicate that the performance has been satisfied or obligation is satisfied at a point in time? So the indicator could be the entity has a right to payment, customer has got the legal right, physical possession is transferred, customer assumes significant risk and reward, the customer accepts the asset. Now let's come back to a motor vehicle. Right? A motor vehicle, if we have sold it to the customer already, customer is not paid yet, we've done it, right? The transaction is done at that point, meaning you have got the right to payment. Now customer has got the legal right also. With the car you have read in the documents as well, right? Only if you're stupid you'll do that too, right? Without any money you'll pass all that. Physical possession also transferred. Now you've given the car also to the person. The customer assume. Now customer is the one. If the customer goes and crashes the car, customer is the one who will have to manage the expenses, right? And if the customer sells it and sells it at a higher price, enjoys the benefits also, right? So risks and rewards.